Now with the arrival of the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, how does it compare to the previous performance of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and even against Apple's A18 Pro chipset? Well, let's find out in the super speed test between the OnePlus 13, the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's get into it. Now for the specs and performance, starting with the OnePlus 13. It is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset with 16GB of RAM and my model having 512GB of storage. For the Galaxy S24 Ultra, it is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 4 Galaxy chipset with 12GB of RAM and my model having 512GB of storage. And for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it is powered by Apple's A18 chipset with 8GB of RAM and my model having 1TB of storage. Okay, let's kick things off with the super speed test with the OnePlus 13, S24 Ultra and iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I'm going through the social media applications first, and I'll tell you this, the OnePlus 13 just feels so smooth and rapid. Whatever optimization they've done to the animations and the response times, on the OnePlus 13, it is fantastic. Now on Disney Plus, S24 is not far behind it, so is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I'll be honest with you, the current state of the S24 Ultra, this is a fresh one out of the box that I'm using. It just doesn't feel as smooth as the OnePlus and the iPhone. It is fast, as you can see, it is actually slightly ahead of the iPhone, but it just doesn't feel as tightly put together and smooth. This is something that the OnePlus especially has done right, and the iPhone. Now we are onto the games and onto Temple Run. And I know Temple Run, you can press it to get to the play section, but I like to let this animation run through just to see where we are. And as we're pretty much going through, the OnePlus is pretty much getting there. Flip diving is just before the video exporting. And this first lap before we get to the video exporting, the OnePlus does it in 59 seconds and 22 milliseconds. The Galaxy S24 Ultra does it in 1 minute, 2 seconds and 22 milliseconds. And the iPhone actually does it in 1 minute, 10 seconds and 10 milliseconds. Before we start the export with LumaFusion, there's less steps on the iPhone to get there. For some reason on LumaFusion this time around, there seems to be this pop-up that comes up before you can actually start the exporting process. So there's more steps on the Android section compared to the iPhone section. But as we're getting through the video export, this is where we're really starting to pay attention to see how much of an improvement are we getting on the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset compared to the 8 Gen 3 4 Galaxy chipset on the S24 Ultra, and even the MediaTek chipset that we found in the Optifine X8 Pro. It's going to be a very interesting one. Now, as we're getting through the video exporting, we can see that the OnePlus 13 is the one that's finishing up and actually does this in 46 seconds and 36 milliseconds. And the first lap total, as we can see, is 1 minute 57 seconds and 11 milliseconds. And as we're getting through, is it going to keep everything in RAM? Now we've got the Galaxy S24 Ultra that's finished up and also the iPhone not far behind it. But which one is actually going to get ahead when it comes to the Samsung and the iPhone? The OnePlus is flying away and it's going. It's pretty much done. And when we get to Prime Video, it hangs for the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone blinks away. And actually, lap 2 is done on the OnePlus 13 at 22 seconds, 39 milliseconds, total of 2 minutes and 19 seconds in 20 milliseconds. And then in second place is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Lap 2 did it in 25 seconds. And then total time of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Lap 2 is 33 seconds on the S24 Ultra because it hangs on Prime Video. And total time is 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 59 milliseconds for this super speed test. Now that is it with the super speed test between the OnePlus 13, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and also the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now with the parameters and how we set it up, it's pretty much the default out of the box when it comes to screen resolution at 1080p, 120 Hz display, and also the performance profile on the battery being on standard for the Galaxy, as well as balance mode for the OnePlus 13. And of course, we've kept all the RAM expansion and the RAM Plus the same on both devices. This is not an option that is on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And of course, when it comes to software, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is on the latest January 2025 update, same as the OnePlus 13, and the iPhone 16 Pro Max is on iOS 18.2.1 when it comes to the software that we are running right now. Now, of course, more development is to happen with the announcement of the S25 Ultra coming up. So we're gonna see how it differs with its version of this chipset, which should be powering it for the S24 Ultra. And it's going to be interesting because what we've seen with the Optifine X8 Pro with the MediaTek, the 9400, it pretty much has been the quickest at our speed test. So that's interesting to see the optimization on that side. What's your thoughts when it comes to the super speed test? Are you impressed? Is this what you're expecting? Or was it a different result that you were expecting to see? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now that's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.